Well, hello racing fans, and welcome to our Gallop TV preview show for Wednesday. It's Wednesday the 2nd of July. We in Gqeberha on the poly track. It's our first local race meeting of a new week, and Grant Paddock waiting patiently on the line. I trust that you, the valued racing fan, is well. We got 8 races on the go. 12:30 will start off race number 1. And 16:35 will close things off. Hopefully Grant can point us in the right direction, give us some guidance, and we're looking for it, Mr. Paddock, because we want to build a kitty going into this Saturday. Of course, we know those massive carryovers on Saturday on Hollywoodbets Durban July day. And hopefully things work out for us on this race meeting. We got 2 race meetings in Fairview, Wednesday and Friday, before we head into the weekend. But I trust that you are well, Grant.
Yeah, morning D's, morning punters, all good this side. Weather's been top class. I hear it's supposed to change a little bit tomorrow, but at the moment, very good weather. We're on the poly, so we're looking for a very good day's racing tomorrow.
Let's get straight into it, Grant. I mentioned 8 races on the go, so race number 1 will kick off the exotics over 1,600 meters, and we bring up the field, have a look at some betting at the time of recording. Number 1, Bomber Bay is at 9-2, 3 Golden Grey at 9-10. 4 is Fizzly Bubbly at 8-1, Grant, and we got a 28-10 shot here called Gentile, number 8 for Kelly Mitchley. Just having a look at the race itself, 9-10 about a horse that's having his 24th run today. But, to be fair to the horse, he's done little wrong since he arrived in your part of the world.
I don't think the punters will be saying that much. He's had 4 runs. He's been odds on 3 of the 4 starts, and he's odds on again 7-10. He's shortened once again. Golden Grey, he looks like he's found the right race, but he's had these opportunities before. These are completely the wrong price. In fact, I think it's more of an insane price for 7-10. Bomber Bay, big danger to him. 1 run on the poly last time out, a very good run. He ran 3rd. He's got to be a big runner as well. Fizzly Bubbly back on the surface. He's had a bit of racing, I must add. So he's more quartet trifecta horse, and then the filly Gentile, who's well in off her 73, getting 3 kilos from those top boys. But it is a filly against the boys coming back from a 60-day layoff. Yeah, Golden Grey probably the horse to beat these, but I wouldn't be running around there taking 7-10. I'm tipping at 3-1-4-8.
How many horses would you include in the bar pot then, Grant, to try and beat this favorite?
Just 2 horses, 1 and 3 Ds.
1 and 3, leg number 1, but for Mr. Paddock, it's too short. A horse that's been very costly and frustrating to follow. Race number 2, place accumulator, 13:05, 1,600 meters, a maiden plate for fillies and mares. Number 1, Midnight Music, Tara Lang's runner, is at 5-2. Then we got Gavin Smith's horse with Garrett right up, Bazonda, that's at 7-2. Our first scratching on the card, and the only scratching at the time of recording, is number 3, Laugh Till I Cry. Number 4, Just For You, is at 22-10. 6, Winter's Dragon at 9-2. Number 7, Fantasy Girl, is at 11-2, and it's double figures the balance. Place accumulator, what's your recommendation?
D's, I've gone 1 and 6 here. Midnight Music back on the poly. Step up in trip is a little bit of a concern. She's got a good draw. She's off a decent merit rating of 72. On her merit rating, she should be a massive runner here. The 6 horse Winter's Dragon from the Kelly Mitchley yard from a 1 draw. Very, very good first run over the mile. She's come on very well from that. She's having her 3rd run in Port Elizabeth. She's got to be a massive runner. I think 9-2 is some very good value, and she's putting up some decent work. Just For You out of the Jean Nel yard. Got to be there and thereabouts. And number 2, Bazonda back on the poly, has to be respected. These are a nice start to the place accumulator, where I'm tipping it 6, 1, 4 and 2.
6, 1, 4 and 2 for Grant, and that is race number 2 at 13:05. 6, 1 are his top 2 selections, and play around that in leg 1 of that PA. The big one, the pick 6 at 13:40, 1,000 meters. It's a merit-rated 68 handicap, a D division class, and it looks highly competitive on the poly track. Number 1 is trading at 8-1. Horse number 2 at 9-2. And then we got Wordsworth number 3 at 7-2. Number 5, Notarix at 3-1. 6 is Cruisador for Gavin Smith and Craig Zaki. That's at 7-2. And the 7-1 shot here will be number 7 for the Stradums. And of course, that's Chase Mojin Jock Stradum, that is number 7. Grant, I found it very tricky the start of the pick 6. You know, my rule is if it's more than half the field, which is 4 runners here, then it has to be the field. But can you try and narrow it down for us?
No, Dees. This is a problem race. It's a very, very difficult race. I've got to be honest with you. The horse with the right form over the right trip and jockey and draw is Notarix, number 5. He ran against, his last 2 races were against far stronger, but he hasn't won in a while. But this is the kind of a race that he can win. Horse like Tin Tomorrow, I know the stable is expecting a much better run. Back in trip, first run here in Port Elizabeth, 62 on the back might be a bit of a problem. And then Wordsworth, who looks like his better form has been on the grass, but he has done well on the poly before. See You in a bit, and then there's horses like at the bottom, Seattle Ripper, that can also place. But very, very tricky race. It's going to have to go to the field here in the pick 6. Place accumulator is even difficult. I went 2, 3, and 5, and I'm tipping at 5, 3, 2, and 1 D's. But pick 6 in a field in the pick 6.
Okay, Grant Paddock not convinced with any of the runners there in race number 3, suggesting play it as wide as possible, and the best way to do that is possibly take the field, hope for the worst result, and if it does arrive, then you will drop tickets. Race number 4, fillies and mares, 1,000 meters. It's an E division class with regards to quality of racing. It's not going to get easier. Leg number 2 of that pick 6. Number 2, Smashing, Alan Creef and Richard Free took 21 runs to notch up their 3rd career win, which came last time out, and I like the manner in which he won on the potty track. Then we got number 4, String of Lights for Duncan McKenzie. Yeah, bounced back to her very best last time out with a good win, and I see JC Portis claims the 4, and that could be the value with that claim 4, because she was pushed up 3 pounds for winning last time out, and now she gets a claim 4. Number 5, Sweet Julia for Gavin Smith at 7-2, and then horse number 12, who will have the cheek pieces off and the blinkers on, is trading at 9-2. I firstly just want to touch, obviously it makes sense because Malasere Kacheri won on number 4, String of Lights, last time out, and he goes on the stable companion number 12. I think that's purely on the fact, to reduce the weight and just take away that penalty.
Yeah, 100%. D is definitely the value on the day. String of Lights, very good move by Duncan to push JC Burtis up, taking the 4 off. 1 draw, very, very good run last time out where she won at the 78 level. She's down to the 64 level against the girls. 7-1, very good value. I think she's worth a bet at 7-1. She shows a lot of pace. She can get away from them early, and with the 4 claim on, could stay away. Stable companion, Patton Denise, also a very big runner, solid form, nice low weight, good draw, got to be a big runner. And then the 2 at the top with the heavyweight, Smashing, Alan Creef, Andrew Fortune. Andrew Fortune's now taken all the Richard Fourie rides on the day. And that 63 kilograms from a 9 draw is a little bit difficult for me. I don't think there's any value at 18-10. Sweet Julia, very, very good first run. You're very unlucky to get beaten last time out, but unfortunately 12 draw, 61.5. She's going to have it all to do. There's 4 horses in the pick 6 here, D's. I'm tipping at 4, 2, 12, and 5, and those will be my pick 6 horses as well.
Thanks to Grant Paddock for mentioning that as well. It's just come through. I'm having a look at it on the SA Horse Racing website that Andrew Fortune will be partnering all of Alan Creef's runners as well. So those are the jockey changes. Race 1, number 3. I see race 2, number 7, Andrew Fortune. Then we got Smashing with Andrew Fortune up. That's race number 4. Race number 5, number 2, Andrew Fortune. Race number 6, number 5, Andrew Fortune. And there are some jockey changes at the bottom. Race number 7, horse number 6, Nirvana Stelly. And race number 8, number 1 is Gareth Wright. Thanks to Grant for pointing that out. Just had a look at it, and it is on the mark. Race number 5, an open maiden over 1,200 meters. Number 2 is trading at 9-10. Then we got number 3, Brookside at 9-2. Number 6, Night in Japan at 7-1. 7 Opera Verse is at 4-1. and it's double figures the balance. What are we doing here, Grant? Because are we siding with this odds-on shot? You know, you didn't like an odds-on favorite when we kicked off the meeting, but this is a different profile for this individual.
Yeah, 100%. These different profiles. Third run after the break, peak run in Port Elizabeth, beaten by two decent horses in his last two starts. And I think Andrew Fortune's ride will also, style of riding will suit this horse as well. He tried to make all last time out and just went at crazy pace and got run down late. He's back to the 1,200 meter trip. Massive runner. Best bet on the card for me. I think he's a banker on the day. Banker in the pick six, place accumulator. Biggest dangers to him, the Duncan McKenzie, two Brookside and Opera Reverse, holding steady form over course and distance. And after that, probably American Pitbull to fill up the quartets. Very strong on Green Ochre, and I'm tipping it 2-3-7-5.
Green Ochre, possibly the best bet for Grant on the card, the way he's talking with confidence about this individual. And we went wide, leg one and leg two of the pick six. Well, here's the banker, and hopefully it hits the bullseye. Race number 6, fillies and mares, 70 handicap, 1,400 meters the trip. Number 1, Aldo's Habit at 7-1. Number 3, Miss Shavi at 6-1. 5, Courageous at 7-2. Slick Blue Palace is at 8-1. Number 8, Thread of Life at 5-1. 9, Bretty at 9-2. 10 is trading at 11-2, and it's double figures the balance. I think this quartet is worth a go here, Grant. When I had a look at this field, you know, whilst Courageous is a horse that grabbed my attention the way she finished off last time out. Have a look at the time on the poly track, 22.6 seconds. That's quick. But that wide draw has to be a concern, or she'll be put to sleep and hopefully running on like she did last time out.
Yeah, it was actually a change of tactics these last time out. She has been going up there, and they gave her a chance last time out, and she ran on. Andrew's probably going to do exactly the same. You're going to need a lot of luck from draw 11 out of 11 over 1,400 at the Fairview Poly track, because you're drawn right out wide, and not going to be easy for her. Once again, I think she's not false favourite. She should be a bit bigger than that. I like these bottom weights. These Colorama, probably my first choice. 6-year-old going on 7, but she's got solid form over course and distance. Her last few runs, 11-2. There's a bit of value there. She's a big runner. Bretty won a very good race last time out, also over course and distance. Nice galloping weight. She did get a penalty. She'll be effective. The bottom weight, the 11, Perfect Trust, another horse that's put a line through her last run. She was drawn out deep, and she's got no weight on her back. With a very good draw, she could make all the running. Thread of Life is another one, and then obviously Courageous and Miss Shaver as well. I think backup in trip is going to suit Miss Shaver, and she's probably a quartet kind of a horse as well. Tricky kind of a race. These I am tipping it 10, 9, 5 and 3, but a person in the pick six you need to add 8 and 11.
10, 9, 5 and 3 for Grant, siding with that Bretty form line last time out. I'm just looking at, you know, the pricing up. You mentioned the pricing up because, you know, I'm just comparing two horses that come from the same form line, Grant. 5 Courageous and 6 Blue Palace. 7-2, 5 and 8-1, number 6 Blue Palace. You know, there wasn't much that separated them when they took off together. And I see that 6 actually has a slightly quicker time as well, but not for you?
Yeah, she got back end of quartet kind of a filly. You got to watch her go down. She can be a bit niggly, so you got to watch Blue Palace go down. Not, as I said, there's not much between those two. Louis Mkot was a very, very good jockey. Obviously a very much better draw for Blue Palace. She'll be boxing on late, but I think those bottom weights is where the race is going to be around these.
Okay, let's move along to the business end of the race. If you're going in the exotics, you've got 2 more legs to survive the pick six. Race number 7, 1,400 meters, merit rated 68 handicap. Number 1, a bit chilly, is at 4-1. Then we got number 6, Hot Hat at 4-1. Number 7, Guarding the Wall, the runner that I like, especially on that penultimate start. That's trading at 7-1. And then we got number 12, Arabadicho, at 9-2, who hasn't won in a very long time. 982 days, and we still wait for that next career victory. 13 is King Rahul at 9-2, with JC Boertes claiming there. And I'm sure that could possibly be part of the play for Grant as well. But looking at the field, Grant, I'm going to judge this horse guarding the wall on that penultimate start, Grant, which was a very good effort on the poly track.
Yeah, very, very good run, Dees. He does like that 1400 very much, in fact. Good draw, Louis up. Probably going to end up in front. There's no doubt about that. Massive runner. He's going to be in the first two for me. Hot. He's also a big runner. Very good post-maiden run. And Nervin now takes a 2.5 off, which is even better for him. He's going to probably be the main danger to guarding the wall. And as you say, down the bottom of the way, Sarah Vidicio, King Rahul, they're going to be there and thereabouts. And I've got a lot of time for this horse, number one, a bit chilly. Also a big runner, 61 kilos, a bit of a concern, and he's coming off a bit of a race of just over 3 months. I do think the winner will come from the middle of the field, where it's hot and guarding the wall. And I'm tipping it 7, 6, 12, and 1 in the pick 6. We're going to add the 13.
Okay, let's move along to race number 8. And Grant did mention those jockey changes with Andrew Fortune replacing Richard Fourie. Well, in this race, it is Garrett Wright that will replace Richard Fourie on number 1, Walk on the Wild Side. So Garrett Wright gets the ride on the 15-10 shot. Then we go on to number 3, Flight Display at 11-2. And number 7, Lady Zoltanite at 5-1. 8 is 3 Cheers at 5-1. And 9, Darling Harbour is at 6-1. The one question I have with this favorite, Grant, and I'm asking you that, is that having watched her race over shorter, and I know that she finishes off well, what do you make of the distance, 62 kgs over 2,000 meters?
The only problem I have with this filly is her racing style. You know, she races detached from the field, not sitting last. She sits 3-4 lengths behind the last horse, and you can't do that on the poly. It's a 400-meter straight. She's got 62 on her back. I do think she's a place accumulator banker. She's definitely not a pick 6 banker. I'm hoping that Gareth can put her in the race. If she gets into the race and she can sit halfway back, she'll run them down. There's no doubt. But if she's going to race detached at the back of the field with 62 on her back, she'll get beaten. There's no doubt. Horses like 3 Cheers and Lady Zoltanite, big runners, and so too Darling Harbour. They could get away from her early and stay away. And, you know, you can't give that kind of start with a 400-meter straight on the poly track with 62 kilos, no doubt. But she is a place accumulator banker. I'm hoping she gets it right, and I'm tipping at 1, 8, 9, 7. But she's definitely not a pick 6 banker.
Okay, 1, 8, 9, and 7 for place accumulators gets the tick, the rubber stamp from Grant, but not for the pick 6. Let's get into your bet for this race meeting. Your suggested bet, Grant, as you always do, it's up on screen.
Thank you very much, Dees. Best bet, race 5, number 2, Green Ochre. And my value bet, race 4, number 4, String of Lights. My suggested bet, place accumulator, goes as follows. We open up with 1 and 6, by 2, 3, 5, by 2, 4, 12, by banker 2, by 5, 9, and 10, by 6, 7, 12, by banker 1, for 162 Rand full unit.
Okay, Grant, this is the last time I get to chat to you before the main event of the entire season. When it comes to horse racing, this is the one that stops the nation. It's the Hollywoodbets Durban July. I'm sure you may have mentioned your selection before on the show for the 2025 Hollywoodbets Durban July. But just to refresh for the guys that maybe haven't heard your selection yet for race number 7. And I don't know if you had a look at the card, Grant. Do you like anything on the day? Maybe a suggestion from you?
This is actually the first time I am tipping the July on the show, I must be honest with you. 8 on 18, immediate edge, Salukwe, and On My Honor is my first 4 past the post. And on the day, the likes of Malmesbury Missile, very strong. Buffalo Storm Cody's another one I do give a good chance to, and obviously 8 on 18 is the banker on the day.
Well, it looks like those horses that you're tipping form part of the pick 6, and it's going to be massive, Grant. I think we'll get well in excess of 15 million. So, you know, when you're speaking about Buffalo Bill Cody and Malmesbury Missile, and of course 8 on 18, you can possibly take a chance with the ones you like, Grant, because if you can minimize your spending a few legs and then play it wide, the percentage is the way to go, isn't it?
100%, Dees, you are spot on. You know, those juvenile races are normally the ones that do throw up the upset. So I'm hoping this year is not going to be that same as that. I really do like Malmesbury Missile. I hope Richard puts him in the race. He should be very hard to beat in a field like that. And another horse I've got a lot of respect for on the day is Double Grand Slam. Very, very unlucky last time out in the Grade 1, and I think the Andrew Fortune ride is just what she's going to be looking for. So a person can go take an aggressive one with a couple of bankers, but there's always those one or two tricky races, especially in those juvenile races. You've got to be careful.
Just a quick one, that quartet carryover in the main race is 10 million. Are you going to banker 8 on 18 for that top spot?
Yeah. No doubt. Banker 8 on 18. He's the best horse in the country. He's got the best jockey in the country on his back, and the best trainer. It all looks like the right kind of formula for a massive run.
Well, we've got one more race meeting after this in your part of the world, which will come up on Friday. I won't be chatting to you then, Grant, but to yourself and your entire family, all the best, and long may the success continue with your tipping. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Dees, and good luck to those punters playing tomorrow. Goodbye.
For Grant Paddock, for Gallop TV, and myself, Dees Dine, and to you, the valued racing fan, have a blast. Find all the winners. Hopefully it turns out to be a wonderful Wednesday. Until we meet again, you take care. Salani Gashle.